Okay, we're outside in my backyard. You're gonna see my two big dogs, and they're gonna do a little bit of business. Oh, here's a quick little tip. If you have a air conditioning unit, a lot of dogs like to pee on them. What I found out, I had to replace this air conditioner unit. The acid in their urine will cause your air conditioner unit to rust faster than it needs to. So I put these little bad boys on there. I got them at Lowe's, like 15, 20 bucks a piece. The dog pees on them instead of on your expensive air conditioner. So if you have that an air conditioning unit and males that lift their leg, you might want to think about that. All right, how do we potty train our dogs? First of all, you need to come up with a word for potty training. A lot of people tell their dog, talk to the dog as if it speaks English. Go outside and make a potty. Go out and go poo-poo. Go outside. Oh, you want to go outside? None of these things are a command word. What you want to do is come up with a single word. Quest's word is business, as he plays with Callie. So what I do is when I take him outside, when I recognize that he's about to go, I start saying the command word. I say it once. I say it in a medium tone of voice, not too loud, not too soft. I try to keep myself within about 10 feet of the dog. And at first I take the dog out on a leash, and I'll explain that here in a second. But what I do is I come up with a one-word command, and as soon as I see the dog kind of walking back and forth in little figure eights, or sniffing the ground, or walking in circles, I know he's probably getting close to pottying, especially if I've been monitoring when he goes poop and it's in his window where he needs to go. So as soon as you can, without being too graphic, if you look at your dog's rear end, sometimes you can see the where the sun don't shine puckering. So if you see that happening, your dog is about to get into a squatting position, say your command word then. Potty, or in my case, business. Then don't say anything else. Try not to move around. Don't reach for your treats. If you reach for the treat, sometimes you can interrupt the dog from eliminating, and then you're going to have an accident in the house because they didn't complete it outside. As soon as the dog gets done going potty, I go over to the dog with the treat in my hand and I put it in the dog's mouth, and the same second that I put it in the mouth, I say the word potty, or in Quest word business. You want to tie the treat with the reward with the action. So the same time the treat touches the lips, he needs to hear the command word. And you want to get that in the dog's mouth within about 5 or 6 seconds after they complete pooping or peeing. Otherwise, it's harder for them to make the connection. Now, I don't use any adjectives. I don't say, oh, Quest, what a good dog. You went out and you made a potty. In that case, the most important word, potty, was the last word I used. Dogs tend to key on the first earlier words they hear. So in that case, it's confusing for the dog. So you say potty or business when they begin. Then you say business when they get the treat at the end. And use one potty word. Don't use one for pee, one for poop. And I'm just alternating between potty and business because most people use the word potty. Okay, so after your dog goes, you reward it. You can also give it a little bit of petting, but don't say potty, potty, potty. And a lot of times when our dogs go outside and we've been having accidents inside, we go, oh, potty, 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 potty. And you can see from Quest that interrupted him from doing what he was doing. Don't be too excited about it. Be casual. Potty, business. Casual tone of voice, not too loud, not too soft. All right, so where your dog goes is influenced by what you do. It's about to be fall, and you can see in my yard, now I have 3 dogs, but you can see all these little bare spots. I just got done going with a little hand rake and digging all these out where it was yellow grass. So you can see it's pretty patchy. So this is because when I brought my dogs out before, there's my back door, bring the dogs out, and they go right here because this is closest to the door. As you can see, this is some of my worst grass. So with Quest, what I do, in the other video we're in my front yard, but what I do is I put him on a leash, and where I want him to potty is that back corner. So I take him all the way into this back corner on a leash for the first week or 2 that I've had him home. So this is the area that I want him to potty, like from kind of like a circle right here to the fence. Because that's just kind of, it's under the tree, it's kind of hard for me to grow grass, and frankly, it's as far away from the house as possible. So this is where I take him. For the first 2 weeks, this is where he did all of his business. Now, after 2 weeks, I took him outside, but I didn't bring him on a leash. But I walked all the way from there, all the way up over here. The puppy was going to follow you for the most part wherever you go. Now, if Quest went in the zone where he was able to go when I had him on the leash, I give him 5 treats. Business, 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 business. Every time the treat goes in the dog's mouth, they hear the word business. Give them 5 of them. And these should be high value treats. I want the dog to be like, holy cow, what did I just do? Because I just got the mother load of treats. Why did that happen? Well, that's because he went in the exact zone where I wanted him to go, in there. If he goes out here, I might give him 4 treats. If he goes there, 3 treats, where Quest is now, about 2 treats. And if he goes anywhere, like in the beginning, I give him 1 treat because I want to reward him for going outside. But I want to give him an incentive to go where I want him to go, which is this back corner. Now, the area your dog should go, or that you should condition your dog to go to, should be far away from your doorway. Mothers will teach their puppies not to potty near where the den is, because it'll attract predators. And you obviously don't want to be walking through poop, or your dog walking through poop on the way from there into the yard. Moving it in the furthest away place will really help with that. One last thing, puppies, mothers will eat their poop in the box, in the whelping box. The breeders really like this because they don't have to clean it up themselves, but puppies don't have any capacity to hold their bladder. And so it gets really nasty in there if the mother doesn't do it. So a good mother will eat the dog's poop. Some puppies, this is an exception, not a rule, but some puppies will learn a behavior based on this and will start eating poop. If your dog is eating poop, look at the quality of poop, quality of food you're feeding. Science Diet, IAMS, these are not high value foods. It's what most people buy their dogs, but it is not. It is nowhere near the pinnacle of what you want to be feeding your dog. And one of the little secrets is the higher quality food you feed your dog, the less poop will come out of your dog. So feeding higher quality food will help. The reason I mention this is because some dogs' food is lacking certain nutrients, and so dogs will learn to eat poop to try to get some of that nutrient. Now, if your dog is eating poop and it's a puppy, it's probably just a learned behavior. But there are a couple things you can do. One of the things that I do is I get a can of Dole's pineapple, chop up one of the wedges and sprinkle it in with the dog's food. Or if your dog is eating another dog's poop, then sprinkle it in that dog's poop. It always makes me laugh when I say this, but it makes the poop taste bad. The other thing you can look into is better quality food, or adding a supplement, a vitamin, to provide the nourishment that your food is lacking. If you're getting your food at Costco or Walmart and it's an off-brand, I would really consider upping your dog's food, the quality of your dog's food, because you're in a developmental stage and you can actually affect your dog's health long-term by what you feed it when it's a puppy. We'll have a different video on feeding your puppy somewhere else on Quest Ed, but this one's pretty long, so we're going to cut the puppy potty training video here